Hello and welcome to this options walkthrough video for the gradient goal bar for Twitch and YouTube. So first, to access all the customization settings, you'll go to the settings tab here on the left, and you'll see all these settings broken into different sections. In this first goal settings section, you can choose the goal type, and the platforms are listed next to it just for clarification. The goal you're trying to reach, this right hand number here. The behavior when you reach your goal, so you can automatically increase your goal number by the number you put into the next field. You can do nothing where the bar will fill, but the counter on the left will keep counting up. Or you can reset your goal and it will go all the way back to 0 once you meet your goal. This pick period option lets you choose the time frame that the goal bar measures. So you have the current stream, past week, past month, or total all time. And then you also have this goal progress option, which is essentially a custom time frame. And you can use the session data goals tab from StreamElements to reset your goal whenever you want to back to 0 or any number that you need. There are a few extra options for Twitch subscriber goals, so you can ignore months and count each multi-month sub as one. That is the default how the Twitch bars measure it, so that's why it's checked by default. And you can choose to measure subscriber points instead. Just keep in mind this is only for the total time period just because of the data that's available in StreamElements. There is a chat command, so you can set this goal progress number at any time just by typing in your chat command followed by the number you want to set it to. Just keep in mind this number isn't saved anywhere, so once your stream ends, you may want to save that number in the session data like we just showed. Below are the trigger permissions for that chat command. And there are a few options for tip goals. This also applies to super chats for YouTube. So you can choose your language and location. This just determines where the currency symbol goes based on your language. If you want to override the currency set for your channel, you can set this option to yes and then just enter the currency code below. By default, it will use the currency for your channel. The next section is text settings, which is all the options for these labels and text up here. You can move the labels to below the bar with this first option. You can change the title text, the title font color, font size. You can toggle off and on these goal labels here if you want. And then there's the font color and font size for those separate from the title. And the last section is the overall styling. So there are a lot of color options that are a little confusing, but hopefully this explanation will help them make sense. So you have the overlay color, which is this dark color, and the backdrop here is a little transparent, which is why you can see the gradient pink to purple shows through a little bit. Here is the total opacity for the entire widget. If you want to see some of your stream through it, you can set it to something below 1. And then there are 2 colors for the underlay / border. This is what is underneath the overlay color and creates this gradient border on the outside. If you want it to be a solid color, just set these 2 to the same color. And then currently the outermost border is transparent, but you can add an additional border around. This is useful if you want the center of the goal bar to be transparent and you just want a visible border. Next is the unfilled bar color, so this piece that is not filled yet. And then there are 2 colors for the bar, which creates this gradient effect similar to the backdrop. You can toggle on or off the bar glow, and you can set the color for the bar glow. There's also a divider character for between the goal labels. I should actually put that in the text settings section, so that might be there. when you actually download this widget. And the last option is a fade out. So if you want the widget to only show when you get, for example, a new follower, set this option to anything other than 0 because 0 disables it. So if you enter, say, 5, when you get a new follower, the bar will appear for 5 seconds before disappearing again. And lastly, if you want to change the width of the widget, you can just drag this blue border box around the widget. And it will autofill the width that you drag it to. Those are all the options for this gold bar. I hope you enjoy it and happy streaming.